Imagine you're standing in a courtroom. The judge is about to make a ruling that will change everything. But where does their power truly come from? Is it from the dusty ancient customs of the past? Is it from a similar case decided by a judge 100 years ago? Or is it from something much more powerful and deliberate? We're going to uncover why legislation, the law made by Parliament, is the supreme authority. We'll explore why a single law can overrule centuries of tradition and dozens of court decisions, and why this simple fact is the backbone of our modern legal system. Get ready to understand the real power behind the law. Let us discuss how legislation is superior to precedent and customs.
Discuss how far legislation is superior to precedent and custom. Introduction. Legislation, precedent and custom are the three major sources of law in most legal systems. While all three play a vital role in shaping legal principles, legislation is considered superior due to its formal nature, clarity, general applicability, and adaptability to changing social needs. Its supremacy lies in its authority, uniformity, and capacity to override the other two sources when conflicts arise. Definition and nature of legislation. Legislation refers to the process of making law by a competent legislative authority such as Parliament or state assemblies. It is a formal and written expression of legal rules. Legislation is prospective, deliberate, and authoritative. It represents the conscious will of the state and is enforced through sanctions. It is made in advance of cases and guides future conduct. Number 2. Clarity and accessibility. Legislation is typically written in precise language and arranged in codified form, making it clear and accessible. This helps both legal professionals and the general public to understand their rights and obligations. On the other hand, precedent is based on judgments that may be difficult to access and interpret without legal expertise. Custom, being mostly unwritten, is even harder to ascertain and prove in court. Number 3. Uniformity and certainty. Statutory law applies uniformly to all individuals within the jurisdiction. This ensures consistency and predictability. In contrast, custom may vary across communities and regions, and precedent applies only when similar cases arise. Legislation provides a universal legal standard, eliminating confusion that may arise from local or case-specific variations. Number 4. Abrogative power. Legislation has the authority to override or abolish both precedent and custom. When statute is enacted, any existing rule of law, whether based on judicial decision or customary practice, that contradicts it becomes void to the extent of the inconsistency. Neither precedent nor custom can override a validly enacted statute. Number 5. Comprehensive and prospective nature. Legislation can cover a wide range of issues comprehensively and systematically. It can anticipate future situations and provide general rules in advance. In contrast, precedents arise only after a legal dispute comes before a court, and customs evolve over long periods. Thus, legislation has the advantage of being proactive rather than reactive. Number 6. Democratic legitimacy. Legislation is created through a democratic process by elected representatives of the people. This gives it political legitimacy and public accountability. In contrast, a precedent is created by judges who are not elected, and custom arises informally without direct public participation. The democratic nature of legislation gives it an edge in terms of authority and acceptance. Number 7. Responsiveness to social change. Legislation is more adaptable to changing social, economic, and political conditions. Legislatures can quickly pass new laws or amend existing ones to meet current needs. Precedent develops slowly through judicial decisions, and custom changes at an even slower pace. Hence, legislation is better suited for dynamic societies. Number 8. Limitations of precedent. Precedent is based on the doctrine of stare decisis, which binds courts to follow earlier decisions. This can lead to rigidity, especially when old judgments no longer suit modern context. Moreover, judicial decisions depend on the facts of the individual cases and may not provide general rules applicable to all situations. This limits their usefulness compared to legislation. Number 9. Limitations of custom. Custom must fulfill several conditions such as antiquity, reasonableness, and continuity to be legally recognized. Many customs fail to meet these criteria and therefore lack legal validity. Customary rules may also conflict with modern values or statutory provisions, making them less reliable and less enforceable than legislated law. Number 10. Possible disadvantages of legislation. Despite its many advantages, legislation can sometimes be rigid and overly technical. Overemphasis on the literal meaning of statutory language may lead to injustice in particular cases. In such instances, precedent and custom provide flexibility. Judges may interpret statutes to adapt them to individual circumstances, and customs may be recognized where legislation is silent. Conclusion. While all three sources of law, legislation, precedent, and custom play significant roles in the legal system, legislation is generally considered superior. Its clarity, authority, adaptability, and uniform applicability makes it the most effective and reliable source of law. However, its rigid nature may sometimes require the support of judicial interpretation and customary practice to achieve justice in individual cases.